we all know this is just a bridge situation. Now, it's going to be a shitty bridge once Shedeur gets it, because I'm not that high on Shedeur, but it's a bridge nonetheless. Deshaun Watson, we know, is no longer the guy that he is, so that's a wrap. Now it's just a matter of, okay, how long do you let him cook? How bad does he have to be to hand the keys over? So Jacksonville, at Jacksonville on the road, would Shedeur be better than Deshaun Watson walking in Jacksonville? Probably not, because you're going to have to put up points. And Todd Monken correctly pointed that out in his justification for starting Watson. He was like, look, games on the road, we got to score points. And even in the brief flashes that Shedeur gave us last year, he wasn't moving that offense up and down the field a lot. Now, granted, new system, new coach, new whatever, fine. I'll fall back a little bit. But Shedeur's not going to go out here and light teams up 300-400 yards, 400 yards passing. That's not going to happen, right? So Jacksonville. Is Jacksonville a spot you trust Shedeur Sanders? To me, the answer is no. Is at Tampa a place you would allow Shedeur to get his feet wet? To me, that answer is a no. So that's now the first 2 weeks, you don't want to see Shedeur out there. Carolina. Carolina is supposed to be a lot better this year. Bryce Young, the whole thing. I'm not putting Shedeur Sanders out there against Carolina either. Then you have Pittsburgh. So you make Nasty Man the sacrificial lamb for the first month of the season. At Jacksonville, at Tampa, home Carolina, home Pittsburgh, but then you got the Jets. Could that be a scenario where Shedeur is actually ready? Could Shedeur Sanders be ready by October 11th at MetLife? Because if you don't start him here, you're not starting him against the Ravens. You're not doing that. That is definitely leading a lamb to the slaughter. So you're not doing that. Will you do it against Tennessee? Week 7? So you're giving Nasty Man 6 weeks. 6 weeks to show you something. Because if not, there might be a little period here where the schedule softens up. This 3-week window at Tennessee, at Pittsburgh, and at North. See, these are all road games, man. That's a lot. That's asking a lot of Shedeur. Do you hand the keys over to Shedeur with 3 road games? Now, these aren't the most difficult road games, but the Browns are a dumpster fire. They're a poverty franchise, so I'm not sure about it from that standpoint. But in terms of at Tennessee, at Pittsburgh, at New Orleans, I don't know if you're going to find a easier 3-game stretch to let Shedeur get in there and find his rhythm. So if the options are, I'll put it to you here in the chat. Where are you starting Shedeur? Tough first month in terms of matchups. You got the week 5 spot against the Jets, who we all know is not going to be a good team. But then that gets compounded because you then face the Ravens the week after that. Now you could just say, you're going to take an L anyway, so start him against the Jets, let him get his feet wet. You deal with the Ravens, you take that L, but then after that, the 3 straight road games, after 2 weeks of being QB1, Shedeur might be in a better spot to hold it down the next 3 weeks, all road games. But then you got the Houston Texans after that. Then you get the bye week. So out the bye week, can Nasty Man survive to week 11? Coming out the bye, you got the Raiders, Bengals, Falcons. All those games are at home. This is probably the week. If Nasty Man is still upright and then he plays his former team, Houston Texans, this is the play. This is the play. Y'all see this? This is the play. Okay. You let Nasty Man. Okay, Todd Monken, Andrew Berry, y'all ain't slick. Y'all ain't slick. Okay. They gonna let this man, if he can finish upright, injury withstanding, they're gonna let this man be the sacrificial lamb until that bye week. They'll let him get his revenge game against the Houston Texans. After that bye week, though, you hand the keys over. You hand the keys to Shedeur. Week 11. Thanksgiving, Shedeur's QB1. Barring injury. Because you come out the bye week and you're facing the Raiders, who we all think will stink. The Bengals, I mean, sure, fine. Falcons, you're not really that sure. Giants, you're not really that sure. Like, there's a good little stretch of 3 out of the 4 are home games. So heading into Kwanzaa Eve, there's a scenario where Shedeur can get the whole bye week to get his feet wet, get a rhythm, QB1, face the Raiders, a winnable game. Bengals, probably not a winnable game, but should be able to put some points up on that defense. That defense is not that improved. Falcons might be able to put up points on that defense. That's still up in the air. And then the Giants at MetLife, that could be dicey because of that defensive line. But despite all that, you should like your chances against the Giants. So a winnable slate of games fresh out the bye week. So you let Nasty Man has his last stand. If he can survive health-wise to week 10, have his moment against the Texans, at that point you then close the chapter and you move on and hand the keys off to Shedeur week 11.